Okay, so following on from the video I did earlier about reactivity, I just want to touch on this. And this is not to be unpleasant to anybody. This is purely meant to be educational. So please take it as that. I'm not having a go at anybody. So corrections, so giving a short tug on a slip lead or any other kind of device that kind of gets smaller, applies pressure. So it is what we would call positive punishment. It's the addition of that correction, that little bit of kind of around the neck, which is designed as a punishment. So a punishment is anything which would stop or reduce the likelihood of a behaviour happening again in the future. Now, whilst that might work in that moment, particularly the first few times you do it, because the dog kind of goes, oh my God, what was that? The problem that I see with a lot of my reactivity cases that I work with is that actually that is adding then more fear into the situation. So if we look at the reason why the dog is reacting in the first place, and I'm not seeing this dog, so this is general kind of information. So if we look at why that dog is reacting, it could be that they are anxious, that they are worried, that they are anticipating some element of danger about a situation. So maybe another dog, if they're reacting to dogs, could potentially hurt them. They might have had a bad experience. They might be feeling a bit of pain. If it's a person, they might be worried by the person for whatever reason. Now, if we're adding pain into that situation, okay, and what they're trying to communicate to you with that reaction is, I'm scared, I'm not coping, I feel worried here, and then we add more pain and more conflict into the situation, whilst it may, like I said at the beginning, it may stop it in that interim, it's not tackling that underlying cause for the behaviour. And that's why personally, I don't believe in using punishment-based techniques in this kind of situation, because you're adding more into the situation. So for me, it is like adding fuel to the fire. You're adding more pain, more anxiety, more worry, more discomfort into the situation. Whereas for a lot of reactive dogs, what they need is a changing emotions process. So really, they need something nice happening. They need that negative stimulus, the thing they are worried by, to be paired with something lovely, so that over time, scary dog, for example, if they're reactive to dogs, equals hot dog. So then what we can get is dog, hot dog, dog, hot dog, dog, hot dog, dog, hot dog. And then you get to the point where the dog spots a dog, and rather than feeling anxious and worried and scared, they go, doo, hot dog. And they turn to look to you because there's been this change in this emotional response. Obviously, this is really simplified and really broken down. But for me, I do see a lot of dogs where actually their reactivity has been worsened by using slip leads, choke chains, prong collars, that kind of thing. Okay. And also we've got to be really mindful of the fact that when you've got a reactive dog, you need your relationship with them to be good. And if your relationship is one based on fear, it's not